Take 2. Bandeyam Shri Guru Shiyata Barakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sangrajatam Saganaranganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vidam Sya Om Jnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shlakaya Chakshurun Milidam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namah Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pranayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurata Vishay Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Prabhupada. This is Adi-lila, chapter 1, text 51. Sureshanam durgam gatir atishayeno panishadam muninam sarvasvam pranata patalinam madurima viniryasha premno nikila pashu palambujadasham Sad Chaitanya Kimme Punar Api Jashur Yashyati Param. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods, the goal of the Upanishads, the be-all and end-all of the great sages, the beautiful shelter of his devotees, and the essence of the love of the lotus-eyed gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? So this is a Sanskrit verse. And let's see. Aparam Kashyapi Pranay Jana Vrindasya Kutuki Rasastomam Ritvam Madhuram Upabhoktum Kam Apiya Rucham Swam Avavre Jyotim Iha Tadiyam Prakatayan Sadevas Chaitanya Kritir Atitaram Na Kripayatu. Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellow of the love of one of his multitude of loving damsels, Sri Radha, and so he has assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted that love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgent yellow color. May that Lord Chaitanya confer upon us his grace. Texts 51 and 52 are respectively Pratama Sri Chaitanyastika 2 and Dvitiya Sri Chaitanyastika 3 from the Stavamala of Srila Rupa Goswami. So what we're hearing now is chapter 4, the confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. So this, what's being read, is Krishnadas Kaviraj's preliminary explanation. He says, before I analyze the 4th verse of the, let me see which verse. I think it's the 5th verse of the Adi-lila. He says, before I explain this, I'm going to give some preliminary indication. I'm going to give some preliminary indication of what is the meaning of this verse. And the verse is, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladini Shaktirasmad Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvi Pura Dehabedam Gatoto Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Adhuna Tadvayam Chaikyam Aptam Radha Bhava Duty Suvalitam Nomi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Okay, now I just need to look here. 4. What? This is what? Text number 3. Okay, try again. 4. Resume, I don't know. 4, okay. And we just finished text 51 and 52. Okay, sorry for this delay. I'm trying to 48, 49, 50, 50, 51. We just finished 52. Okay, here, Rishikesh. Come on, go back. Now I could use that word. Oh. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Why it's doing this? I don't understand. Okay. I just went to 116. Tienes que volver atrás. Está actuando mal. No entiendo. Okay, there. Now está en 115. Tenemos que ir atrás. A ver. Okay. Come on. 35. 7, 38, 41, 40. 7, 52, 51, 52. Okay. Tómalo cuidadosamente porque es muy sentido eso. Okay. All right. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods, the goal of the Upanishads, the be-all and end-all of the great sages, the beautiful shelter of his devotees, and the essence of the love of the lotus-eyed gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian rasa 52. Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellows of the love. Mellows meaning exchange of rasa, one of his multitude of loving damsels, Sripad, and so he has assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted that love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgent yellow color. May that Lord Chaitanya confer upon us his grace. Bhavagrahaner hetu koila dharmastapan taramukya hetu kohe shuna sarvajan. To accept ecstatic love is the main reason he appeared and reestablished the religious system for this age. I shall now explain that reason. Everyone please listen. Mula hetu age shloker koila abas ebiko hese shloker artha prakash. Having first given hints about the verse describing the principal reason why the Lord appeared, now I shall manifest its full meaning. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladini Shaktir Asmad Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvi Pura Deha Bedam Gatoto Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Adhuna Tadvayam Shaikyam Aptam Radhabhava Jyoti Suvalitam Nomi Krishna Sarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. So having given a preliminary understanding of the verses, Krishnadas Kaviraj said, I am hinting at its meaning. Now he is going into, having given that, we'll say, introduction, he's now going into the explanation of the verse. Radha Krishna ek atma duideho dori anyonye bilase rasa asvadana kori. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. E dui ek ebe Chaitanya gosai rasa shwadite dohe hoila ek thai. Now to enjoy rasa, they have appeared in one body as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ite lage age kore tara bibaran ja hoite hoi gorer mahima katan. Therefore, I shall first delineate the position of Radha and Krishna. From that description, the glory of Lord Chaitanya will be known. Radhika hoyana Krishner pranaya bikar swarupa shakti ladini nama jahar. Srimati Radharani is the transformation of Krishna's love. She is his internal energy called Ladini. Ladini koraya Krishne anandashvadan Ladinir dware kori bhaktera poshan. That Ladini energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees. Srila Jiva Goswami has elaborately discussed Ladini potency in his Priti Sandarbha. He has said that the Vedas clearly state, only devotional service can lead one to the Lord. Only devotional service can help a devotee meet the Lord face to face. The Lord is attracted by devotional service, and as such, the ultimate supremacy of Vedic knowledge rests in knowing the science of devotional service. What is the particular attraction that makes the Supreme Lord enthusiastic to accept devotional service? And what is the nature of such service? The Vedic scriptures inform us that the Lord, the absolute truth, is self-sufficient, and that Maya, nescience, can never influence him at all. Therefore, the potency that overcomes the Supreme must be purely spiritual. Such a potency cannot be anything of the material manifestation. The bliss enjoyed by the Lord cannot be of material composition, like the impersonalist conception of the bliss of Brahman. Devotional service is reciprocation between two, and therefore it cannot be located simply within oneself. Therefore, the bliss of self-realization, Brahmananda, Brahmananda, cannot be equated with devotional service. The Supreme Lord has three kinds of internal potency, namely the Ladini Shakti, or pleasure potency, the Sandini Shakti, or existential potency, and the Samvit Shakti, or cognitive potency. In the Vishnu Purana, the Lord is addressed as follows. O Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Ladini, Sandini, and Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy. But the material modes which cause happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two do not exist in you, for you have no material qualities. Ladini is the personal manifestation of the blissfulness of the Supreme Lord by which he enjoys pleasure. Because the pleasure potency is perpetually present in the Supreme Lord, the theory of the impersonalists that the Lord appears in the material mode of goodness cannot be accepted. The impersonalist conclusion is against the Vedic version that the Lord possesses a transcendental pleasure potency. When the pleasure potency of the Lord is exhibited by his grace in the person of a devotee, that manifestation is called love of God. Love of God is an epithet for the pleasure potency of the Lord. Therefore, devotional service reciprocated between the Lord and his devotee is an exhibition of the pleasure potency of the Lord. The potency of the Supreme Lord that always enriches him with transcendental happiness is not material, but the Shankarites have accepted it as such because they are ignorant of the identity of the Lord and his pleasure potency. Those ignorant persons cannot understand the distinction between the impersonal spiritual bliss and the variegatedness of the spiritual pleasure potency. Those ignorant persons cannot understand the distinction between impersonal spiritual bliss and the variegatedness of the spiritual pleasure potency. So that's a very important point of this discussion. The Hladini potency gives the Lord all pleasure, and the Lord bestows such a potency upon his pure devotee. Satchidananda Purna Krishnara Swarup Ekai Chit Shakti Taradari Teen Rup. Lord Krishna's body is eternal, Sat, full of knowledge, Chit, and full of bliss, Ananda. His one spiritual energy manifests three forms. Anandamshe Ladini, Sadamshe Sandini, Chidamshe Samvit, Jare Gyanakorimani. Ladini is this aspect of happiness, Sandini of eternal existence, and Samvit of cognizance, which is also accepted as knowledge. Ladini Sandini Samvit Tvayika Sarva Samstito Ladatapa Kori Mishra Tvayino Gunavarjite. Text 63. Okay. Ladini Sandini Samvit Tvayika Sarva Samstito Lada Tapat Kori Mishra Tvayino Guna Varjite. O Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Ladini, Sandini, and Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy. But the material modes which cause happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two do not exist in you, for you have no material qualities. Sandinera Saramsha Shuddha Sattvanam Bhagavanera Sattahoy Jahate Vishram. The existential portion of the Sandini potency is Shuddha Sattva. Lord Krishna's existence rests upon it. So everything is resting on the Shuddha Sattva. Sattva gun is goodness, but Vishuddha Sattva is spiritual. And everything in the spiritual world is of the nature of Vishuddha Sattva. In this material world, Sattva gun can be overcome by Rajagun, by Tamagun, by mixtures. But in the spiritual world, it is Vishuddha Sattva. It is always of that nature of divine goodness on the spiritual level. Mata Pita Stana Griha Shaya San Ar Esab Krishnana Shuddha Sattvara Vikar. Krishna's mother, father, abode, house, bedding, seats, and so on are all transformations of Shuddha Sattva. Okay. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam Yad Iyate Tatra Pumana Pavrita Sattvecha Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo I Adokshajo Me Manasavadiyate. The condition of pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, in which the Lord is revealed without any covering, is called Vasudeva. In that pure state, the Supreme Godhead, who is beyond the material senses and who is known as Vasudeva, is perceived by my mind. This text from Srimad Bhagavatam, spoken by the Lord Shiva when he condemned Daksha, the father of Sati, as an opponent of Vishnu, confirms beyond a doubt that Lord Krishna, his name, his fame, his qualities, and everything in connection with his paraphernalia exist in the Sandini Shakti of the Lord's internal potency. So the condition of pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, in which the Supreme Lord is revealed without any covering is called Vasudeva. In that pure state, the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the material senses and who is known as Vasudeva, who is known as Vasudeva, is perceived by my mind. Okay. Krishna Bhagavata Gyan Samviterasar Brahma Gyanadika Sab Tara Parivar. The essence of the Samvit potency is knowledge that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. All other kinds of knowledge, such as the knowledge of Brahman, are its components. Ladinir Sara Prema Premasara Bhav Bhavera Paramakashta Nama Mahabhav. The essence of the Ladini potency is love of God. The essence of love of God is emotion, bhava, and the ultimate development of emotion is Mahabhava. Okay. The essence of the Ladini potency is prema. The essence of love of Godhead or of prema is premasar bhav. The very nature of prema is bhava. And the ultimate development of that bhava is Mahabhava, which is present in Srimati Radharani. Mahabhava Swarup Sri Radha Thakurani Sarvaguna Khani Krishna Kanta Shiromani. Sri Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhava. She is the repository of all good qualities and the crest jewel among all the lovely consorts of Lord Krishna. So Radharani, she's is known as Rasaraj, and Radharani is known as Mahabhava. So Sri Radha is the embodiment of Mahabhava. She is a repository of all good qualities, a resting place of all good qualities and the crest jewel among all the lovely consorts of Lord Krishna. Tayorapi ubayor madhye radhika sarvatadika mahabhava swarupeyam gunar ativariyasi. Of these two gopis, Radharani and Chandravali, Srimati Radharani is superior in all respects. She is the embodiment of Mahabhava, and she surpasses all in good qualities. There's a quotation from Srila Rupa Goswami's Ujjvala Nilamani. The Radharani is superior to all. Krishna Prema Bhavita Jara Chitendriya Kai Krishna Nija Shakti Radha Kridara Sahai. Her mind, senses, and body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy, and she helps him in his pastimes. Srimati Radharani is as fully spiritual as Krishna. No one should consider her to be material. She is definitely not like the conditioned souls who have material bodies, gross and subtle, covered by material senses. She is all spiritual, and both her body and mind are the same spiritual embodiment. Because her body is spiritual, her senses are also spiritual. Thus her body, mind, and senses fully shine in love of Krishna. She is the personified Ladini Shakti, the pleasure-giving energy of the Lord's internal potency, and therefore she is the only source of enjoyment for Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna cannot enjoy anything that is internally different from him. Therefore Radha and Krishna are identical. The Ladini portion of Sri Krishna's internal potency has manifested the all-attractive form of Sri Krishna, and the same internal potency in the Ladini feature has presented Srimati Radharani, who is the attraction for the all-attractive. No one can match Srimati Radharani in the transcendental pastimes of Sri Krishna. So Srila, sometimes, we can make some kind of we can say we could even say a wrong consideration that because Krishna comes into our Parayuga, which apparently precedes Kali Yuga, then Krishna comes first, and then it says Krishna, for the reason of tasting pastimes, he comes as Radha and Krishna. But that kind of consideration, and that comes later. But that consideration is a mundane calculation. We're dealing with first of all, that is mentioned that originally Radha and Krishna were one, but then they separated themselves to enjoy pastimes. Now those two have again united in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one time they asked the Srila Sridhar Maharaj, well, which comes first, Radha and Krishna or Mahaprabhu? And Srila Sridhar Maharaj answered, which comes first, the gift or the giver of the gift? So we would say the giver of the gift comes first, then the gift. The giver of the gift is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But in any event, we're dealing with something that is cyclical, which is always going on as shown in this world. So first of all, you cannot say there's ever a time when Radha and Krishna do not exist. You can never say there's a time when Mahaprabhu doesn't exist. So in that sense, we can say, the answer of which came first, we will not consider in those terms which came first. But it is, as Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, answered one point, very, very important. He says, which comes first, the gift or the giver of the gift? Ananda chinmoy rasa pratibhavitabis tavirya eva nijarupataya kalabi golokeva nivasati akilatma bhuto Govinda Mari Parusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Ladini. Their companions are her confidants, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. So Krishna has his expansions, we hear. We've heard that in preceding chapters. Krishna comes as Balaram. Balaram expands him. Krishna's first expansion is Balaram. Balaram's expansions are Mahashankarshan. Then the Chaturvyuha. Then a second manifestation of the Chaturvyuha. Then the Purusha avatars. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Chirodakshai Vishnu. And then then come Seshnag and so many expansions, and they're all coming from the Lord. But Radharani also has her expansions, and is mentioned of that Shakti, that the internal energy of the Lord expands Srimati Radharani's expansions, as it's mentioned here. The gopis in Dwarka, the queens, Krishna's queens, and in Vaikuntha, the Lakshmis. They're all expansions of Srimati Radharani. So here, I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Ladini. Their companions are her confidants, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. Krishnere Karaya Jaiche Rasa Aswadan Kridara Sahai Jaiche Shuna Bibaran. Now please listen to how Lord Krishna's consorts help him taste rasa and how they help in his pastimes. Krishna Kanta Ganadeki Tribida Prakar Ek Lakmigan Pure Mahishe Gana are. The beloved consorts of Lord Krishna are of three kinds: the goddesses of fortune, the queens, and the milkmaids of Braja, who are the foremost of all. These consorts all proceed from Radhika. Avatari Krishna Jaichi Kore Avatar Amshini Radha Hoite Teen Ganara Bistar. Just as the fountainhead, Lord Krishna, is the cause of all incarnations, so Sri Radha is the cause of all these consorts. Vaibhava Gan Jena Tara Anga Vibhuti Bimba Prati Bimba Rupa Mahishera Tati. The goddesses of fortune are partial manifestations of Srimati Radhika, and the queens are reflections of her image. Lakmigan Tara Vaibhava Vilam Shamsharup Mahishigan Vaibhava Prakasha Swarup. The goddesses of fortune are her plenary portions, and they distribute, the goddesses of fortune are her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Vaibhava Vilas. The queens are of the nature of her Vaibhava Prakash. So we heard these terms before, Vaibhava Vilas and Vaibhava Prakash. Previously, Krishnadas Kaviraj is describing Krishna's expansions with these terms. Now, Vaibhava Prakash refers to those who have the same form, and Vaibhava Vilas means that there's a changing of form, some differences. So Vaibhava Vilas, then an example is Krishna when he expanded himself in the rasa dance. So many forms of Krishna, so many expansions, all appearing as the same as Krishna. Or Krishna when he expanded himself in the palaces in Dwarka, and he's with his different queens. He has the same form. But Vaibhava Vilas means in Vaikuntha, there it's not two-handed Krishna, it's now the four-handed form of Vishnu. And that is Vaibhava Vilas. So here it mentions that the gopis and the queens are they are Vaibhava Prakash of Radharani. They are, as her, similar in form. But Vaibhava Vilas, that is difference, and that is Srimati, that is Lakshmi Devi. Akarasvabhava Bedi Braja Devi Gan, Kaya Vyuha Rupatara Rasara Karan. The Braja Devis have diverse bodily features. They are her expansions and are the instruments for expanding rasa. They have diverse bodily features. They're not identical to Radharani. There's not like so many forms. Nobody can be equal to Radharani, but they're all beautiful expansions with variety of Srimati Radharani, the gopis. And really it is explained, the whole background of Vrindavan is just to give some taste and fullness for the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Everything that's going on in Vrindavan is just to beautify and give some fullness to the Radha and Krishna's activities. Here it explains that Bahukanta Binanahi Rasara Ulas Lilara Sahaya Lage Bahuta Prakash. Without many consorts, there is not such exaltation in rasa. Therefore, there are many manifestations of Srimati Radharani to assist in the Lord's pastimes. Tara Madhye Brajenana Bhava Rasa Bede Krishna Ke Koraya Rasadika Lilaswade. Among them are various groups of consorts in Braja who have varieties of sentiments and mellows. They help Lord Krishna taste all the sweetness of the rasa dance and other pastimes. Okay, let's see. Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarvakanta Shiromani Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Rasom Kanti Samohini Para. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda, and she is also the enchantress of Govinda. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda and the crest jewel of all his consorts. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is the direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the central figure for the goddesses of fortune. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract the all-attractive personality of God. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. So we'll hear about this explanation of these very beautiful verses tomorrow. What these verses are doing is confirming the previous statements by Krishnadas Kaviraj about the nature of the expansions of Srimati Radharani and how they assist in the affairs of Radha and Krishna. Now I must tell my readers I'm aggrieved that I'm always so late. My not readers, viewers also, that we were late, but it is raining here. It is raining here also in Soquel, so we had some technical difficulties. And we're also came back quite late from our program last night at Jairam's house, where we had our weekly, what do you call that? Where the market of Namahata, the market of the holy place, aim. So glad to be back. My dandavats to all of you. Now we'll sing Hari Haraya. Oh, show here our illustrious guest. Here is Srila Bhakti Kushum Ashram Maharaj and Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj, recently returned from the holy abode of Shri Navadip Dham. Yeah, it's true. Just got back a few days ago. From Calcutta. Well, before that you were in Navadip. Both of them were there for the Navadip Dham Parikrama and festival of Gaur Purnima. Yes?
Hi, Mom.
Did you love it again?
Maybe.
Okay. Ashram Maharaj, you sing.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadhavaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadhavaya Namaha.
Jadhavaya Madhavaya Jadhavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinatha Mahana Moha. Giridhari Gopinatha Mahana Moha. Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Seva Sati
Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kushum Ashram Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramata Charya Tara Sadashri Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Paravajaka Charya Tara Sadashri Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Sananta Saraswati Gosai Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchinananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Vanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunashi Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunashi Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Ramsi Ghosh Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Ki Jai. Narayam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Vishvavaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shramadi Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Kuladvi Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Govardhan Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Kulindia Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai.
Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prabhu Rajacharya Rastara Shitashi Shimad Jagaguru Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki
Jai. Gaur Premanandi. Have you stopped it?
Giant.